it's Kate from Inkstampshare.ink. It's Saleabration Sunday, and we are on week 11 of this series of Saleabration Sunday videos of 12. So next week, next Sunday, the 25th of March, will be the last one, with Saleabration ending on Saturday the 31st. This is the stamp set we're going to be using for our make today. It's fab. It's called Eclectic Expressions, and I just passed over it to begin with, but now I've got my hands on it, I'm using it loads. So I'm going to show you how to make a very simple, quick and easy card using these two circle images. I do like these watercolour images too. I think these will be really useful. But we're going to use these, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to start. Okay, so I've got a Whisper White card base. I cut my card bases from an A4 piece of card, which I score at 10.5 and then cut at 14.8 to make two card bases. So there's my card base. I have a layer to go on top in Dapper Denim. All the measurements for these will be on my blog at Inkstampshare.ink. Do hop over and have a look. So that's there. It's just ½ centimetre smaller all the way around. And then my top layer is Whisper White again, and is ½ centimetre smaller all the way around. Brilliant. And this is such an easy, quick card you could rustle up very, very quickly with minimal supplies. So we've got our stamp set, and we've got the two circle stamps, and I've pulled out 3 ink colours of the 2016 to 2018 ink colours, so 3 of the 5. I've chosen Sweet Sugar Plum, Dapper Denim and Flirty Flamingo. These will be retiring at the end of May, make way for a brand new set of ink colours to come in. So don't forget, if you own these, make sure you've got your ink refills, or if you like them, make sure you get your hands on them. And the cardstock and everything that matches, obviously. Right, so I've chosen those, and I'm going to do my big circle image first. And you'll see the kind of watercolour image it gives you when I stamp it. So I'm going to stamp it off the side, and I'm just going to randomly stamp it around my card. It looks like a moon with all the bumps or imperfections in it, doesn't it? Isn't that cool? I'm going to do one more in that. And I've got my stamping scrub to the side to give it a clean. I love my stamping scrub. I don't use baby wipes very often on my stamps. I like to look after them. Okay, here we go. I do find that I get all the little white fibres if I use a baby wipe on my stamps, and it can get in the way of your crisp stamped image, and you end up with a blob. Right, okay. Here we go. I'll stop ranting about cleaning my stamps. There we are. Yeah, so just anywhere. There is no pattern, just go for it. Just make sure you leave room for the other colour, and that you leave room for the smaller circle too. I'm going to shut my ink pads up in between because I end up very inky if I don't. Well, I thought spring had come. It was 12 degrees here the day before yesterday. On Friday it was 12 degrees, and by Saturday it was -1, and we have snow, and it snowed all day yesterday and all night, very light snow, so it's not a problem, but we've got a nice covering of snow and it's very cold. I'm hoping that's the last of it, to be honest, because we're into, you know, daylight saving. Everything's changing next week, the clocks are going forward, spring should be here, and I'm ready for some warm weather. So on with my Flirty Flamingo. There we go. I'll just do another one to balance it out down there. So that's all my, maybe one more. Maybe one there. And maybe another colour here, just to fill that gap a little bit, I think. Just make it up as you go along, it will work out. There we go. And then we're going to fill that in with the small circle. And I'm just going to go around exactly the same way. And all I'm doing is making a pattern. So this is a bit more of an economical way than using your pattern papers, to give yourself a nice pattern background for your card. Use a bit of Sweet Sugar Plum. I might have enough room just to put a couple of Dapper Denim in there. I got a bit enthusiastic, didn't I? There, I think that will do, otherwise it'll go on forever. There we go. So I'm going to shut the ink pads, I don't need them. I might need the Dapper Denim one in a minute. That's it. Okay, so then I've got some more scraps of paper. I've got some scraps of card. I've got Dapper Denim and I've got Whisper White. And I'm going to cut myself a 2.5 inch circle using my circle punch from my scrap of Dapper Denim. I like to use up all my scraps. So that's that one. And then using my 2-inch circle punch, I'm going to punch a smaller circle. However, I'm going to stamp it first onto the Whisper White. So let's do that first. I am going to stamp Thank You in Dapper Denim ink. So this is the Thank You from the set, from that set. Oh gosh. Hopefully it'll go in the middle of my circle. My strip of paper is not very wide. I like to use it all up though. So this is the 2-inch circle punch. There we go. So I've got a Thank You. Might move those out of the way. And that one. And then I've actually, of those 3 colours, I've got the markers as well, the Stampin' Up markers. And I'm going to use the little image with the lines, which is, I'll show you on the stamp set, this image here. I'm going to use that one. And I'm just going to colour it in. So let's give that a clean, because it needs a clean. I don't want it blue. I've already used it. Okay. So move that. Let's do this. So I'm going to use the side of the brush tip nib, and I'm just going to go along the top of my stamp, just about 1/3 of the way along. You can do this with any of your Stampin' Up markers on any of your stamps. Makes them go, everything go a lot further. Right, and then I'm going to use the Sweet Sugar Plum in the middle. Try and keep the colours separate so they don't get all muddy. So Sweet Sugar Plum. And then the Flirty Flamingo as well on the end. There we go. And I'm going to stamp it on my Thank You. And I'm going to do it like this. Give myself a little bit of a pattern. And then I'm going to do it again at the top the other way. So I'm going to still do the same thing. Dapper Denim. Sweet Sugar Plum. Ooh. And Flirty Flamingo. I hope you're having a lovely Sunday. You've got some nice things planned and having a relaxing time. Right, let's do this. So I'm going to bring it in this way and hope for the best. Yay! So I've got that on there just to make a bit of a pretty pattern. Okay, so we have got this one, and I'm going to glue this one using my snail. You can use any glue that you prefer. Tombow is quite good for this as well. Buying circle punches are a really good investment. It's something that you just buy once and they're going to last you for so many years, and they're so portable. And you can take them anywhere you like to craft. And if you get them so that they layer, this kind of thing is really simple and quick to do, and you can decorate anything with it. Cards, boxes, bags, all sorts. So this is going to go on here, and I'm going to use a bit of the matching ribbon in the in colours. I've got some of these lengths of ribbon. This is the Sweet Sugar Plum. I'll show you what I've got actually, because I've got 1 metre of each. You can see how delightful they are. This is the Dapper Denim one. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And then this is the Floaty Flamingo. The other 2 in colours are in this set are Emerald Envy, and then there's Peekaboo Peach. So let's move those 2 and choose which one to use. I might perk it up this morning. I don't know whether to use this one. It's quite bright, isn't it? Up against the blue. Or that one. I think I'll use the Sweet... No, what am I going to use? Somebody choose for me. All right, I'm going to change it up and I'm going to go for the Floaty Flamingo because I think it's bright but it's fun. Why not? So I'm just going to take a length, and the way I'm going to measure it is just to work out, I want it peeping out this side and this side. So I don't need it quite that long. So I probably want it about that long. No bows required, you'll be pleased to know. This is the only fiddly part of the whole thing, really, is putting this on. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Dimensionals, which are these sticky foam pads, and they're brilliant. I'm going to use a couple of those on the back, and they're going to do 2 things. They're going to stick it to the card and give a bit of height, excuse me, and they're going to help stick the ribbon to it as well. So that's why I'm going to use so many. Just pop these backs off. I have been doing so much crafting this week. It's been great fun. Right, okay. And I'm planning to do a Facebook Live on my Facebook page of a crafting session next week as well. So if you want to look me up on Facebook, you can watch that. That is Inkstampshare. There we go. I'm just literally going to go for it. Otherwise, I can faff around with the ribbon for you wouldn't believe how long. And then it ends up the same way as it was at the start. So there you go. So that's that. I just need my layers. I'll be done with them. This happens to me every time. Here we go. I'll put them together. Very simple, quick card. And who doesn't always need a thank you card for something? Makes somebody's day, doesn't it? I definitely need to send more thank you cards. Right, here we are. I send them out to my customers, send them out to my team. Because I'm very blessed. There we go. So that's that one. And we're going to just adhere it to the card base. Because I've got the ribbon stuck on, it's not running flat. There we are. It's a little bit forgiving, this stuff, which is great. And that's our card. And then you can put another thank you inside if you wish. You could just write inside. I might just put another thank you inside just to finish it off. I think it just finishes it off. Always make sure, if you've not stuck your sticker on the back, always make sure you've got your image the right way up before you stamp it. Perfect. Lovely. Hope you like the card. I'll show you the one that I made when I was designing what I was going to do. Very much the same, just a little bit different, and I've used a different ribbon. So this one's got the Sweet Sugar Plum, and this one has the Floaty Flamingo ribbon. Which one do you like? I think this is a bit skewy. There we are, sorted. Which one do you like the best? Pop it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. So you can find all the materials I've used and the links to those, to the products, on my blog at inkstampshare.ink. Happy Saleabration Sunday. Thanks for stopping by.